There were some news and updates considering mods policy for The Sims 4, and considering a lot of people that watch my channel are here for CC and mods, I thought I'd address it. First of all, this new policy was updated on July 21st, so like 10 days ago, but somehow everyone missed it. It was probably because everyone was paying attention to this new high school pack, so that all other news just fell back. I don't know what's the deal with updating mods policy in the middle of the hype around the pack, but I find the timing really interesting. I just heard about this like a few hours ago on Pixelate's channel. Thank you, Pixelate, for bringing this to everyone's attention. Here is what it says. We know that, for many of you, mods are an important part of your game experience. For that reason, we support a framework in The Sims 4 that makes it easier for you to install and use mods. The Sims team doesn't pre-screen, endorse, or specifically support any particular mod. You should use mods with caution and understand there may be a risk. Yeah, like I feel like we're all aware that there are risks when downloading content online, and I totally understand if EA wants to separate themselves from potential like toxic or harmful behavior. But then again, without like legalities and just using common sense, I feel like we're all aware that EA is not responsible for broken or inappropriate mods. I mean, Sims 4 is a very popular game, and there are so many creators for this game for both mods and CC, and just logically, it's totally unrealistic for EA to like monitor all that. And if mods are inappropriate, that has nothing to do with EA. In the same way, does not represent all other modders or CC creators. So I totally get that. It continues. We have a long tradition of supporting creativity in our community. We do not object to mod developers continuing to share their amazing content, subject to the following. Here we go, the rules. Do not promote your mods in a way that suggests they are endorsed by or affiliated with The Sims, Maxis, or Electronic Arts. This means you cannot use any game logos or trademarks, including versions of the Plumbob, or key art designs to promote your mods. You may state that your mods are for The Sims 4 and or for a specific game expansion pack. I find this very interesting. I would like it explored a bit more, honestly. I understand like the core issue, which is, in short, do not pretend like your CC or mods are a part of the actual game, because they are not. I guess it's just to avoid confusion. However, I am curious to what extent that is. Say like someone makes a recolor of CC pack for City Living. Can they now name it, for example, City Living, but better recolors? I don't know, and I would like this explained a bit more. Next, we're going to payment, and this is where it gets interesting. So it says, mods must be non-commercial and distributed free of charge. Mods cannot be sold, licensed, or rented for a fee, nor can mods contain features that would support monetary transactions of any type. However, Maxis recognizes that creating mods can take time and resources. Accordingly, mod developers may recoup their development costs via passive advertisements and donations as long as, and now it says, passive advertisements and requests for donations must be limited to the mod website or distribution site and do not appear within the mod itself. All users must be able to access the mods in full for free, regardless of whether they donate. Now, as you may have noticed, they mentioned ads and donations as a part of the payment. This was always a thing. If you like someone's work, you can support them by donating, and of course, ads are a huge part today of any content people make. This last sentence is very interesting though. From what I understand, mods were always supposed to be free for everyone, and it was not allowed to do perma paywalling, meaning permanently lock your CC or mod behind a paywall. But sometimes some creators would not permanently but temporarily lock their mods behind the paywall, meaning the mod would be locked behind a paywall for say a week or two, and then it would be free for everyone to use. This is something called early access. Now, as you may have noticed, there is no mention of early access here at all. So I'm very curious if like early access is not allowed at all anymore, or are we just ignoring the existence of early access? I mean, I feel like this is one of those things where we really need a yes or no answer. Like, literally, you cannot do early access, or you can do early access for up to 7 days. From what I read from this, to me, this reads as only donations and ads. I don't see temporary paywalling, I don't see limited time, I don't see any of that. So I'm gonna go with what I see, which is donations and ads only. Again, this is just how I read it. I just see the text just like you do. Now, understandably, there are going to be two sides to the story. So, as of right now, we have some modders and some CC creators that are quite unhappy with this. On the other hand, there are people who believe that mods should be free. I'm curious, where do you guys stand with this? I believe that modders should be able to get compensated for their work, but, huge but, I don't think that it is something that should be exploited only because there is some gray area to do it. Like, I feel like the gray area was sort of EA's way of letting the community do what they want. But when you end up with permanent paywalls or worse, like if you're not aware of this, there were some serious issues and allegations in the mod/CC community earlier this year. I'll link the video somewhere up here if you're interested and missed it somehow. In short, there were allegations of tracking, doxing, stealing other people's content. So pretty much exploiting the gray area, exploiting the system. And what happens when you do that? What happens is the regulations are going to be stricter. Because if the community can't behave and respect each other, then we need policing, and that sucks because my personal positive belief is the majority of people will follow rules if they're clearly explained. But at the same time, there are always going to be people that'll do crap. And while these people are in the minority, in reality, like in life in general, all you need are like a few bad apples to create distrust in the community. I guess I just have more questions. Look, I don't know. What do you guys think about all of this? Let me know in the comments below. I'm very interested to see how you read all of this. Maybe together we can figure it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much. You have no idea. And I will see you in my next video.